Oh man, so we about to watch this together for the first time, but Megan Cuniff, she put out a video synopsis from Alex Spiro. That's Jay-Z's lawyer, Roc Nation, speaking on the situation with Tony Busby's client suing Jay-Z, alright? He's saying that the location doesn't exist in which she claims the incident took place. We can watch this together, see what's going on, and all that good stuff. Let's tap in. This event did not happen. The alleged timeline is not possible, okay?
As we look and review these alleged accusations against Mr. Carter, the timeline and details that Jane Doe has provided in her formal complaint do not create a scenario in which any of the accusations are plausible or possible. Time doesn't lie. These accusations bring to question all details of the complaint, the reasonable timing of each moment, and how this all could have happened, which is irrefutably not possible. In her complaint, Jane Doe states that these points: she snuck out of her window and had a friend drive her to the VMA location, Radio City Music Hall. To get to the after party, the drive from the VMAs to the residence was 20 minutes, that the driver had to drive Diddy to the after party first from the VMAs, then come back to get her to bring her to the after party, that Diddy and Mr. Carter were at the residence by the time she arrived, that after the alleged sexual assault, she navigated through the party to the exit and ran to the nearest gas station to call her father to pick her up, and that her father picked her up before dawn. To establish all of these alleged timings and make sense of a plausible timeline, we've started with the facts to understand the start and end to the alleged incident, which did not happen. Jane Doe, on the day and year, lived in Rochester, New York, over a 5-hour drive without traffic to Radio City Music Hall. The VMA's broadcast and show started at 8 p.m., which Jane Doe claims she watched outside on a Jumbotron. She would have had to leave her home at 2 p.m. to get to Radio City Music Hall on time to watch celebrities arrive, she claims, and be there for the start of the show. Jane Doe claims that her father picked her up before dawn on September 8th. Dawn on that day was at 6:29 a.m. For her father to drive from Rochester to pick her up, the latest the phone call from the gas station would have had to have been at 1:30 a.m. That establishes the start and end to our alleged timeline. Now let's work through the facts.
Okay.
The VMAs in 2000 ended at 11:11 p.m. Jane Doe said that the driver had to drive Diddy to the after party, come back to get her, then drive her to the party. She also stated that the drive was 20 minutes. That in total would have been 20 minutes times 3, which is 1 hour total of drive time. The earliest the driver could have picked her up is at 11:51 p.m., making the earliest the driver could have dropped her off at the alleged residence is 12:11 a.m. Irrespective of the details of the residence, this now establishes that the earliest she could have been at the residence is 12:11 a.m. Now, for her to call her father from a gas station at 1:30 a.m., we have to establish how close is the gas station from the residence. Out of the possible locations for the white residence, the nearest gas station is 42-minute walking distance. That means that the latest that Jane Doe could have left the residence after the alleged incident is 12:48 a.m. That creates 37 minutes for this 13-year-old girl to be at the party, talk to celebrities, have a portion of a drink, and for the alleged sexual assault to happen. For her to run out of the house, be in an area she knows nothing about, knows no direction as to how to get anywhere in the middle of the night, and find her way to the nearest gas station 42 minutes away to call her father to pick her up. This is all assuming that everyone left exactly on time at 11:11 p.m. once the VMAs ended, that there was no traffic after the VMAs in the 3 drives the driver made to transport Diddy and Jane Doe to the party. This is also assuming that Diddy and Miss Lopez did not attend any other after parties in the 1-hour period before Jane Doe arrived to the party, and separately, Mr. Carter either, and that without any directions in the middle of the night in an area she is unaware of, Jane Doe made it on foot to a gas station in 42 minutes. This is all not possible and irrefutably false. This alleged incident and timeline are not plausible, and this did not happen. This timeline is absolutely not plausible, as both Diddy and Miss Lopez are photographed at other VMA after-parties at commercial establishments at the time in question, and separately Mr. Carter as well, none of which are the described white residents in Jane Doe's complaint. In these pictures, you can see Diddy and Miss Lopez change clothes from the VMAs, went to multiple commercial nightclubs, including Lotus and Twirl, and none were the White House described in Jane Doe's complaint. This incident did not happen. Now, to speak on the white residence that is described in Jane Doe's complaint, she describes it as a large white residence with a gated U-shaped driveway, and she says it was 20 minutes from Radio City. There are no houses matching Jane Doe's allegations within the 20-minute drive from Radio City Music Hall. To dive deeper into the details, there are 2 possible residences in Diddy's life during that period of time, but none match Jane Doe's description. There's a Manhattan townhouse that does not match the description. There's a Hamptons home over 2 hours drive away. There are 2 residences in New Jersey. One was sold in 1998, years before the alleged incident. One was purchased in 2004 after the alleged incident. In fact, there is no home in Manhattan gated with a U-shaped driveway. All in all, time doesn't lie. The location of Jane Doe's alleged incident does not exist. The alleged timeline of the incident is not possible. Diddy and Ms. Lopez were at other after-parties at commercial establishments during the time in question. And separately, Mr. Carter was also at other after-parties at commercial establishments at the time in question. This event is provably false and did not happen.
Gotta explain some shit to me. Tony Busby had to explain some shit to me because it sounds like a very, very, very good defense. This dude said there should be severe punishment for women that lie about rape and lawyers that push false allegations for monetary gain. It's all nonsense, and there's proof that Jay-Z didn't do this. All evidence is on the side of the defense, not to mention the accuser's own words being contradictory to reality. There's an interview of the girl clearly lying her ass off. Her father, who allegedly picked her up, has no recollection of it, and it's documented that neither Jay or Diddy were at a mansion house party that night. But the judge said Jay's lawyer is doing too much, okay? We're gonna get into that, man. I covered that last night. We can get into that because I don't trust these damn judges. It's because the judge said some shit. I don't be trusting these damn judges, dog. Hey, though, I was on live last night. We're gonna tap into that. Make sure y'all tune into my live stream on Friday night. Every Friday night we'll be live streaming, man. Make sure you tap in and have fun in the chat, man. But peep this clip real quick. Jay-Z took a small L. Things been going well on social media, and as far as public perception, they starting to see through the BS that's going on with the lawyer Tony Busby. But the judge seems like someone who may not feed into the celebrity drama that much. She doesn't like the way that Jay-Z's doing things. So TMZ, they released an article showcasing, speaking on what happened in court today, as the rape accuser can remain anonymous for now. The New York judge rules. We're going to tap into that and see what's going on with that and all that good stuff. Let me make sure we get on the screen so you guys can see as I read. Hold on tight. Boom, boom, boom. Make sure we good. Hold up. Give me a second, man. All right, that should be good enough. All right, so we go up here, man. So in the legal docs filed Thursday, Judge Annalisa Torres ruled the Jane Doe accuser can remain anonymous at this point in the case. And in the ruling, the judge also called out Jay-Z's lawyer, Alex Spiro, saying he was being combative and trying to fast track the case. So dude was saying all these things, trying to say, listen, you obviously see this girl is lying. She wants to remain anonymous. That doesn't sound right. Let's make sure she has to show herself. If she doesn't show herself, let's go ahead and dismiss this case because it's all bullshit. So while Judge Torres did grant the plaintiff's request to proceed anonymously for now, she noted that things could change as the case moves forward and made it clear that she intends to revisit the issue if and when the case progresses. So the plaintiff's attorney, Tony Busby, tells TMZ he usually doesn't comment on rulings like this, but unsurprisingly agrees with it. He also threw shade at Spiro, saying his attempts to paint him as the bad guy aren't landing. The ruling follows Jay-Z's lawyers filing docs asking the court to force the plaintiff to reveal her identity, or if she refused, asking the judge to toss the case altogether, like I told y'all before. So that's everything that's going on with that right there. Let's tap into, see what people are saying in response to that, because that's the big thing. Like I tell y'all over and over again, the whole purpose of, hold on, let me get y'all on this screen. So the whole purpose of all this shit, these lawsuits, it's about how things goes over in the court of public opinion. So let's look at the comments on the Shade Room. That's one of the biggest messages blogs in the comment section. You really get a vibe on what people thinking based on what he's saying in these comments. So dude right here says Jay-Z getting his karma for blackballing Lil Mama. Nigga, what? Oh, we got some Lil Mama fans out here. Okay, hey, you like it? I love it, I guess. They love to see a black man fail. Black man fall, my bad. That's the thing about it. That's why I really don't read too much into this, because a judge being on this side of things when it comes to this back and forth makes perfect sense to me. This isn't anything to read into in my opinion, but it is an L for now. I want to see some white Hollywood producers going down like this too. You got some what his name is, Weinstein. I thought everyone had the right to know their accuser. Okay, how do you even defend yourself against an anonymous accuser? That's what I'm saying. This shit's crazy. Not only do the system love to see black men fall, but apparently black people love to see black men fall. Yeah, especially if they're like, stands on the other side of shit. For sure. At this point, this is an attack. They even proved she was lying. She admitted to it too. They call it inconsistencies. Inconsistencies. That's the new thing for motherfuckers just straight up lying. I had some inconsistencies in my story. Of course he did. Hov plays chess, not checkers. He will win for sure. Y'all love to see negative things happen when it comes to Carters and believe anything y'all read. So basically, they don't like the lawyer and hate a powerful nigga. So bogus claim will proceed. Okay. Lawyer here, her name is only anonymous to the public. The defendant receives the plaintiff's name during the discovery process. Oh. Okay, I didn't know that. Is there any lawyers in the chat that could confirm this right here? So once again, to read that, this person says, lawyer here, her name is only anonymous to the public. The defendant receives the plaintiff's name during the discovery process. Like I told y'all before, man, and over over, it's really important how these things play out in the court of public opinion, because that pressure will make someone fold or not when it comes to settling. But Jay-Z's like, man, I don't care. And in the meantime, while I'm doing this, we're going to get dirty as well. And we're going to throw smut on Tony Busby's name. So that's the back and forth that they've been having and all things of that sort. So